Alright, let's do this. Talk about some Rhine. Forward. So whenever I'm playing Rhine, I like to just think about basically what tanks they're running and what supports are in the game for both teams. I think that's what affects most. Most DPS, it doesn't really affect how you play the matchup. There's very few exceptions, like for Genji, sometimes you'll wait until he moves out of the way so you fire strike so he doesn't just deflect the fire strike back, or like Pharah, sometimes you have to hold your shield up for her to block like concussive grenades, but besides that, it doesn't really affect the matchup too much. But I think playing against different tanks will change how you play the matchup. So like, you have D.Va right here, so you can usually just play aggressively and walk up to like fire strike them if they don't have a D.Va, and then your D.Va can just matrix their fire strikes, and it just gives you a lot more ult charge. But because you have matching D.Vas, they're going to eat a lot of your fire strikes if they're playing it right. Like right there, I think both were eaten. Yeah, back up to let your shield charge. Right here in this instance, you're full HP. Go back a little bit. Yeah. Hold your shield, wait till they walk back completely. You probably shouldn't have fire strike there, it was pretty risky with how low you are, but you didn't get punished for it. You could have though. Right here, you're just letting your shield recharge. There's a Lucio walking up right here. If he walks like very close to you, you can at least swing on him, especially when you're just sitting here waiting, or look for a charge maybe. Yeah, that's what you do. That's good. Good. You want to hold your shield. I don't think you want to turn to hold your shield just for Tracer, because the amount of damage you're blocking from just her is way more than the amount of damage you're blocking from these three people. So you kind of want to like use the shield to block her shots from a teammate, but you don't want to completely turn around to block just her, because they'll end up being more people shooting, doing more damage than just her. Sorry, I'm yawning. But especially because she can also just dash once and then she'll be out of your shield range compared to all the other people who can't position as well as she can. It's an alright charge. Watch out for getting pinned. Yeah, when Tracer was walking up like that, a lot of times you gotta recognize when people want to do things, and I imagine a lot of the Tracers you'll play against will just be trying to stick you because you're an easy target. So, Tracer is coming at you. You want to for it to come up a little bit, so. You see Tracer walk in like this. There's really no reason for her to be doing this unless she wants to kill someone who's really low HP, because this is just an awful position for her. So she probably wants to just stick someone and then just like get away. So right here you gotta recognize that she wants to stick you, and you want it on your shield. If she sticks, she puts the stick right here, it'll hit somewhere on your shield, and you can either drop your shield, which gets rid of the bomb, or if you want to continue to hold shield, you just like jump away from your teammates and just like push the wall. Put like a wall in between you and your shield, so you just like point the shield at the wall, and so there's the least amount of explosion. It ends up jumping and sticking on your back, so you want to just like see where your teammates are and then just like jump away from them. So I just jump to like the right, but you end up turning and like into your teammates. They get the res, but just something to be wary of, because you're going to be sticked a lot as Reinhardt into Tracer. But a lot of times you can outplay it because you have enough HP to not get one shot by it, and also you can. I would have pinned right there. Yeah, you could have either match pinned him, even though he was nanoed. So like right here, Rein's just sitting here holding shield. You probably could have initiated pin on him much sooner. Or when you see him drop shield, you just try to match pin him, because the heal nade's already down, and so he can't get burst healed anymore. Shatter's good though.
Behind Tracer's behind on our side. Now she's on point. She's back on our side.
So yeah, your job as Rein is if someone's nanoed, a lot of times if you're not getting match nanoed or if you aren't able to like eliminate them quickly with like a sleep dart or something, then you just want to try to pin them away from the point. So if it's like a Genji or soldier or something, you want to block forward initially, but if you're seeing that like happen at the time, you just want to like pin them away. Keep them away from doing damage. That was a good block. Yeah, I think you just needed to charge there. Although you had res up, maybe that would have been something to look forward to, or look to. If you have res, you end up getting it, but you were like really out of position where it was probably hard for her to get the res off. But like when you're looking to like go for an aggressive play, you want to be aware if they have res, or if you have res, you know where to be. Sometimes you can just like die like in the middle of the point and not charge someone off knowing that you're gonna get resed, so it doesn't matter if you die. So in these instances, wherever you have shatter and there's a bunch of people on the point, you want to kind of like pull away from the point and like get them to come to you. So like if they're like sitting over here like trying to hide behind the point, then it's not that big of a deal, and if you're close to them, then they can still shoot at you. But if you pull away from the point, it makes them like forced to walk to you to shoot you. And it makes them more open, where it gives you the opportunity to shatter. So right here, I don't know if this is the right call. You get a little bit of like leeway on both sides of your shatter, but a lot of times you're just ending up shattering like the pillar, which I think you do get the person on the right, but you want to just back up and try to get as much area of effect as you can on your shatter. So you just want to get like this area right here, where you can get Ana and Soldier. But I think you end up turning a little bit to the right and hitting the Tracer, even though I think she could have died like on her own without assistance, where you could have gotten Soldier and Ana. Unless you have a lot of ults, definitely better just back off here. Yeah, I see you turning to like deal with the Tracer, but a lot of times you just want to like rely on your healers to top you off, because the Tracer is going to try to kill you, but you want to keep your shield facing the majority of the damage. So there was like 5 people shooting you in front, and you turned just to block the Tracer shots. A lot of times you will die because of that, where you have a chance of living if you just block the people in front. Shield was getting shredded. I think I would have just tried to walk up. The bomb go in, that's good. Be careful of their Rhine having shatter right here. Okay, he's dead, but he hadn't used it in a while, and there was like a really high chance that he had it. If you just like block and just don't even give him the chance to shatter, then he'll end up just having to like panic shatter or something. Okay. Yeah, I've talked about this. It's okay to go over here to the right, but I like just going behind the point and dropping onto the point itself. A lot of teams don't expect it, and you don't have a Lucio to get up here to be able to contest them on the high ground early on, so. Also right here, I probably would have stood over here and continued to fight them, because you guys have already committed on the right side. Plus, you're sitting here walking with your shield, but no one's behind you, so you either want to like guide them to the point, or sit over here and contest them on the right and try to go for a fight. Yeah, because right there you could have matched charges with the Ryan, and because he was discorded, you would have won. Getting bounced around. Against Ana, it's really tough to match charges, but a lot of times you just have to. She can end up sleeping you, or just heal nading her Rhine and then like healing him to full, pretty much, while you're still downed. But the Zen gives you an advantage where if you pin him, I think it's almost a one-shot, where it's 50 damage in the initial part, then 300 for the pin itself, so you end up getting him like really low. Or I think like a pin and a fire strike will kill him if he's discorded. Doing the math right, it's like 400 and something. Yeah, enough. Yeah. I'd probably try to guide the team and like tell them to go down below the point. You can do that. Spin's alright. Yeah, you can go like behind the point, like up here onto the left and drop down and then be in the point itself, and then they pretty much have to fight you in there, and especially if they have a Pharah, it's not as good for her. She wants to be out in the open, hitting people off the edge and shooting people for free. I think you guys already won the fight decisively enough. I think you got like 3 kills at this point. It's like 1, 2, and then like maybe 1 earlier. Where Shatter here isn't the most productive thing, especially because you end up only hitting the D.Va because Lucio tucks in here. I think you could have probably just walked up and swung at them. And not had to worry about shattering there, because now you guys are below. Don't have the shatter advantage. End up building a little bit towards it, but yeah, like right there, that would have been like if you had shatter right there, that was a perfect opportunity to like wipe 3 or 4 people. You had like a major lineup of them. Up touching, it's close though. Good, you're not gonna be able to match them. You're gonna be there first with the Lucio. Good, telling everyone to go to the right. While Ryan's still up there, you can basically just swing for free here. I mean, you get Slip Dart, but right here, the way to play this is basically... Alright, their D.Va is down on the ground, Ryan's still up there, so you can definitely punish them because you're not going to get charged or anything. You don't want to be just like full swinging at all times though, you definitely want to be like trying to use your shield, so like do a swing, get the damage of the swing off, and then put your shield up. Because what ends up happening is you end up getting slept, heal naded, and then you're 60 HP, like really quickly. Where you can listen to the sleep dart coming out, like it takes a while to get used to, but a lot of the game sounds in this game give you reactionary time to respond to things. So if you see Anna starting to wind up a sleep dart, you don't need to recognize it immediately, but whenever the sound comes out, you can click your shield fast enough to block it. Then it would have blocked the heal nade and the sleep dart. And the trade might have gone completely differently if you died. So I really didn't like this right here. I think this is a big problem where teams will just sit here and mill around, like sitting here just like trading damage. I think it's really bad because when the enemy team's ahead, and cap the point, they're already ahead on ult charges, and I guess it's okay to trade even, but they're gonna end up getting their ults first, and then you're just at a complete disadvantage where you're basically just trading here and just giving them free ult charge, and they're going to get their ults first because they got the initial fight that won them the first point. Basically, they all have ults here, and you guys are just trying to like get to like a base level of having it. Or being closer to getting them, where you don't have them yet. Basically, if someone's swapping right here, like Johnny went to go swap, you want to just like sit safe and just like don't show yourself and just wait. Because when he ends up coming back, I think he's just walking back right now, like he's probably back like right now, and your shield's at 300 HP, so now you need to walk back again and wait for him, wait for your shield to recharge before you can even push. Yeah, it ends up just wasting a bunch of time. Where you guys are just sitting here, you're getting shot at, you're trading alt charges, they're just farming you. And just now you're able to walk in, so like, just scroll back a little bit. Okay, so you lost the first fight. Everyone's regrouping at the front door. Okay, you got 22%. What ends up happening is like 20% goes over basically for free before you guys have even started to walk up and do any damage to them at all. I think you're still sitting here waiting. Oh, there's even more. Yeah, like just now you're just walking back behind the door, and now it's been 28% on the point that they've basically just gotten for free. You haven't contested them yet. Like just now we're contesting them, so. There's a lot that could have been played better there, I'll talk about. A lot of times when you're thinking about fire striking, you don't think about the cooldown, you think about your current HP, like the threats that you have to worry about. Right here, you walked and you were looking at the person on the left who was shooting at you once, and then again, there was like 4 or 5 people shooting at you or on the right, and I did way more damage on the right than the one person on the left. So you end up already, go back a little bit, that happened so quickly, and you do like frame by frame. So, you're missing 80 HP right here. Missing like 150, 200. You're already missing 200 HP from just a few frames of gameplay. You go to Fire Strike here, so it means you drop your defenses even more. By the time you've not even loaded the Fire Strike, you've taken 100 damage. Fire Strike is just now coming out. You're already down to 175 HP, which is really low. And the team's still shooting. And then by the time you go for a charge, you're at 360, 300, 240, 180 HP by the time you connect with your charge. So like right here, you get one swing off, if that, and then you're just dead. So like, the decision making that comes with it is thinking about all the things that can hit you at the time. So like, things like bursting, like Annonate, Helix Rocket, Fire Strike, what else do they have here? Tracer Bomb. People just shooting at you, Rhine pinning you, Rhine hammer swinging. You just gotta like think about the threats, and then think about like what's the risk versus reward. So Rhine pin someone right here. You probably could turn because all these people are in the point, and then go for the Rhine. This isn't the worst decision going for the pin, but you have to be very conscious of your HP and like what's gonna happen with the people on the point. There's 4 people on the point, and you're pinning the D.Va, so the D.Va is not gonna lose her Mac. She's going to get chunked a bit, you're going to get a little bit of alt charge, but the 2 supports are sitting there and they're just going to be able to instantly heal her back up. Where their Rhine was uncontested, because you went for the play on the point where he went over here to the right, and so his both supports are fine to heal him back up, even though he took a lot of damage and was risky over here. He wasn't in the enclosed space over here. So his team was able to follow him back up. I think you're fighting an advantage right here. Good. Swing and then use shield. I think you lost track of D.Va right there. You should just be sticking on people. see the target that you want to kill and then do the most damage you can to them. Good chatter. Putting down the attack visor. See, I don't feel like it was that necessary, but if I was playing at the time, then I probably would have made the same decision. Also, one thing to think about whenever you're playing Reinhardt is, it doesn't pertain to right now, but that's just something I was thinking about. Whenever you are at full ult charge and you have your Earth Shatter, I almost never fire strike anymore because I know they're just going to get healed up, and unless it's like just a fight that's about to happen, if both teams are just sitting here and I'm at 100% ult charge and I'm just fire striking, they're just literally getting free ult charge, healing the damage. It's like basically no kill threat on them. So whenever I'm full ult charge, basically I don't fire strike unless the fight's like just started, because or like it's about to begin and they're like running in. But if they're just standing here at the door waiting for someone, then fire striking is just like bad in your favor or in their favor because they end up just like healing it up. It doesn't pertain to right now, but it's just something I like to think about. Yeah, you're turning for the tracer again. I think definitely try to ignore. It's like hard sometimes because you'll be getting shot in the back. But whenever there's this many threats, it's way more threatening to have all these people looking at you and shooting you than it is to turn for just a tracer who's shooting you. That was a good shield. Right there, it's hard when there's like that much going on and like you're getting pressured a lot as Ryan, but you have to like stay cool and calm. And a lot of times you can like outplay it where they're like really trying to punish you, but if you just play it correctly, a lot of times you can live and you'll just soak a ton of resources into you because you have your massive shield blocking a lot of things. So the pulse bomb goes off, but this is an alright block on it. But you hear the Rhine charging, carrying his charge here. So you want to like jump away from the bomb. The bomb's been blocked. You're okay to walk away from it now. You want to keep your shield up, but you don't need to turn here to block the bomb. I think you're not blocking it. Okay, you blocked it correctly, but it doesn't need to be blocked anymore. All your teammates are in a safe distance. You just need to be like looking out for all the people over here on the left because there's this open entry right here so you can be shot at or you can get charged. So right here, I know you're low, but you don't want to panic because you have soldier healing here and both your supports are about to heal you. So I think if you just take a jump back, like you hold your shield and you like do a jump back over here to the left, I think you would have survived with like very minimal HP, but there's a chance you could have survived. Even if you didn't survive, I think that would have been like the right play, is to not try to countercharge whenever you're super low because the charge is basically not going to work. You're going to get killed before that. You just try to live and then like hold shield for your team, even if you are really, really low.
Yep, they're up high on the left.
That was a good countercharge. Hold shield, this is good. Don't use fire strike. Alright, really good. Walk back with your team. Okay, so you walked back enough. I think you could have started to contest again. It's like not that major, but talk about this. So you get the Rhine kill. Pop Diva out of mech. They're capping the point right now, and you're getting. I think you were getting double pocketed, or at least you were getting pocketed by Mercy. You want to just be able to get back in here because you don't want to trade them the point for free because you ended up getting 2.5 kills, 3 kills. You want to be able to like not give them any ult charge and just get back in there, start fighting them. You give them 9%. It's not the worst thing, but I think it maybe could have been contested a little bit sooner. They don't have everyone back. I'd probably be like hiding a little bit to recharge my shield. Because they don't have everyone there, and you want to have full shield strength if their Ryan's just using up his shield. Or everyone's there. Yeah, he gets punished for not having any shield when his teammates are actually there.
Diva's coming in on the
That
left.
was correct. Go for the pin.
Okay, we can do something nice here.
Wait. Right here, you're probably ahead of their Ryan by quite a bit on alt charge, and you want to be looking for the shatter. He ended up getting nanoed. Probably hit like a nano flame strike or something, or a really good flame strike at one point. I forgot you don't have a diva anymore to block the shots, so that's probably why he had alt charge. This is good paying attention to him. So you don't see the Ryan right here. Basically, your mind is telling you, alright, he's not here. You should be somewhere else.
70
As you probably should just be looking over to the right now. You end up reacting in time, but it's like super risky. The blocking that was good though. But right here, yeah, you end up getting pinned, and because he's nano, it does 450 damage. You don't want to panic right here. He's nanoed, you just want to shatter immediately. You've seen the block shatter, you just want to shatter immediately. You hesitate for a little bit, and then you want to go for it, but you walked close to him. You want to walk away from him. And then he ends up just sidestepping your shatter. You have res, but so it isn't the end of the world, but also something to think about is basically when they're Ryan, he's used shatter. He's over here by himself. He isn't threatening any of your other teammates that are all over here. And I don't think he has speed boost anywhere close to him, so he's no threat to them. He's just going to walk at them and just be swinging, and it's like basically no threat. So you can think about this in like a different way and think like, alright, they've basically used their resource of nano boost to just kill me. It's fine if I die because we have res, and you can just basically try to like jump forward and not use your shatter and just wait till you're resed to fight them on the point. Because even if you do hit other people on the point, it isn't that high priority because no one else can follow up on it, and Diva just ends up just walking. Charge. You can do little mini swings, even though you're like low HP. You can frame cancel basically your swing. So like, think about your swing as like a giant arc, and your hammer will swing and do damage at the point it connects with the person. So you imagine you're doing a swing like this. If there's someone right here, you can do a little mini swing, and as soon as it hits them right here, you'll get the hit marker, and then you can immediately put your shield back up again, and you'll get the credit for hitting them, but you'll also get like, you won't have spent as much time doing a full arc of your hammer swing. So yeah, you just want to be sitting here with your shield up because you're really, really low. Wait till you're healed. Yep. Charge is okay. You end up getting punished for it, but you did create a lot of pressure by pushing a lot of them back.
I'm in the back, guys. Watch your ramp.
You gotta know when to do it at the right time, though. You don't want to just be charging people like every single time they walk up because sometimes it's baited. You want to be able to know, okay, I'm gonna try to charge one or two people back specifically so that my team will have a higher chance of winning the fight because there already be people committed onto the point we can kill them.
Yeah. Sorry.
Maybe charge the Reinhardt there. I don't think you needed to charge away. Because now if you need to match charges, you don't have it. A lot of times you can just be flickering your shield and then jumping and flickering your shield. So like jump, put your shield up, land, put your shield down, jump, put your shield up. It's like a way to move faster. You have your shield up most of the time. It's a way to just like reposition yourself without having to charge to like get to a certain area. Because a lot of times you just want to use charge as a mobility thing when you're getting back from spawn, because whenever it's on cooldown, like it's very loud and they can hear it, so they'll know that it's not up for a while whenever you do use it. That was good counter charge. Fine, just waiting for them to come back.
Oh, I saw something on the left. Psyching me out, man.
Waiting. Good, going to the side. Their shield's almost broken, then you could shatter. There you go.
Is it covering your monitor?
Something to be mindful of is knowing whenever their shield's about to break, so you can like shatter whenever the shield's broken, because whenever they have time to react, so like they see the shield breaking, but they think, okay, I still have a bit of leeway before I can like walk away, before we're like actually in threat. So a lot of times you'll see the shield and you'll just be like counting down in your head. You'll be like looking at your teammates shooting projectiles at it, and you'll be like, okay, I know this rocket's probably going to kill the shield, so I'll try to shatter like right after the shield's broken, and so you'll know, alright, can you shatter like this very moment? You can also do that in a similar light to yourself, is like you see your shield like getting really low, and you'll think like, okay, they have shatter and they're probably gonna want to shatter me. You can like drop your shield for a bit, take a little bit of like damage to yourself, but know that like they're probably gonna use shatter, and then you're gonna have like a little bit of shield left to block it. Those are like very fringe cases, but you can do that. The Tex died with res here, but you want to just extend the fight right here, and because you have Zenol, you're just gonna be like dragging the fight out. Good shatter opportunity. There was on the right. Yeah, basically you just want to like drag this out. Jill will be able to come back and use res. That's it. It was pretty well played at the last.